Hello, this is Michael, atheist and alcoholic. I am attending 90 AA meetings in 90 days. Nothing discussed in these videos will ever undermine the anonymity of AA. Meeting 81 and counting down in single digits now. And I can't say that I'm not grateful for that. I'm glad I ran the experiment. But moving forward, if I'm going to keep making content about recovery, I look forward to having more time to put into each video, explore each topic more, have the videos better planned out, maybe actually learn to edit. Hopefully the videos will be better. I can't imagine them being worse. So, not sure what that looks like yet, but I'll figure it out. So I did a secular meeting today, and one of the things I mentioned yesterday, in these secular meetings, instead of like the Lord's Prayer opening and closing with some religious prayer to a God of your understanding any way you want, so long as it's the Christian God, they read the responsibility statement. And this may actually be from traditional AA, I'm not sure. But it reads, I am responsible. When anyone anywhere reaches out for help, I want the hand of AA always to be there. And for that, I am responsible. Legit. That's fine. I like that. Certainly a lot better than the Lord's Prayer. In this meeting, they read from the Alternative 12 Steps, A Secular Guide to Recovery. And parts of it are definitely a little new agey for my taste, but it's not a deal breaker. Certainly a less bitter pill to swallow than the religious elements from traditional AA meetings. And what I also noticed is that the readings from this secular iteration of the 12 steps, this guide, it's a lot more actionable. There's shit to do, things in your recovery that you could or maybe even should do. And I have to assume that's because they're not waiting for God to come and fix your life for you, while simultaneously letting kids die of bone cancer and starve to death. You got to do the fucking work. Nobody's coming to rescue you and cosmic overseer to fix shit for you. You have to do the work. So definitely, in spite of some of the new agey stuff, resonates much, much more. And one of the main topics was on meditation, something I've covered in these videos before, so I'll try to be brief. It's been an invaluable part of my life. I used to break shit constantly, and when people would ask, why don't you just not punch the fucking hole in the wall, now you have to patch it, it was hard to explain, but there was no space. I was pissed off, seething rage, then there was a hole in a wall, and then there was thought. There was no time to make any other decision. It was just reflex. It's something I had my way of handling my anger since I was very young, and I didn't know how to turn it off. But through regular meditation practice, I noticed some time in that there started to be, like, maybe it was a couple months in, that there's like this little tiny fucking gap between stimulus and response where maybe I could make a decision. And over time, that gap got slowly bigger, where I definitely had adequate time between stimulus and response to decide not to punch the fucking wall. Didn't always make the right choice at first, but that got better and better over the years, and now I can't remember the last time I just legit broke something out of anger. It used to be, if not daily, close. So meditation, invaluable for me, and it made me think of how I got started in meditation. Right before my bone marrow transplant, my friend Sukadevi gave me a book from Pema Chodron called The Places That Scare You. And I remember when it was a Christmas gift, and I opened it, And I literally laughed and said, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this stupid hippie bullshit? Like right in front of her. Like it was not... And she laughed too and just said, Mike, just fucking read it. And I'm glad I gave it a chance. It became one of the, not one, the most reread book I've ever had. Some years ago, I got into the whole minimalist thing and ended up getting rid of all of my books. Like, well, I guess 99% of them. I had hundreds, if not maybe in the low thousands, and I miss the feel, the smell, the tactile sensations of a physical book, but I had already transitioned over into doing all of my reading on a tablet anyway. The convenience of thousands of books all in one little square is just trumps all else. However, I kept a handful of books, less than 10, and about half of them are gifts from my daughter, and also The Places That Scare You. I kept that, and it was destroyed. Had to tape it back together. I don't know if it was Kuma or maybe Satan had chewed it up at some point, but that's one of the only books I've kept. And for me, meditation has been an invaluable practice. And if somebody stumbles upon this video, is thinking about meditation, seems to woo, Sam Harris, atheist extraordinaire, has a great app, Waking Up. You cannot find a more secular approach to a meditation practice. And one of the things that he mentions over and over again towards the end of a lot of the guided meditations is that if whatever you're doing on the meditation cushion isn't somehow benefiting you in the rest of your life, making you less reactive, if it's not making you more patient, more understanding, easier to fucking be around for other people, then you're wasting your fucking time. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. So that's all I have for today. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you here again tomorrow.